Hello, hello out there. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in. Welcome in today, the 29th of May, for another live stream. It is Wednesday here in the north, or the east coast of America. Thank you for coming in for today's special show. I've got some lovely Toshibas here to work on. Thought I'd come on and enjoy it all together with you. So, if anybody can confirm that things are going there in the chat, that'd be great. Otherwise, I'm going to get started really soon. Hey, Ronnie. Okay, cool. So, looks like we're good. So, yeah. How's everybody been? The Zero Sleep, what's up? Welcome in. Okay. Yeah, so we got a Toshiba here. And we're going to work on that some. I'm going to take my headphones off. Just want to make sure the audio is okay. I'm going to turn that jazz just a tad bit down so it's really, really calm there. Let my lovely crazy hair go. Not much I can do with it right now. Definitely needs a cut. I haven't cut it since the live stream I did with 8-Bit Esquire and everybody for the charity stream, and I don't think I can wait another 6 months till the next charity stream or something to get a haircut. It'll be insane by then. But yeah, as I said, I've got some Toshiba action here for you, and we're gonna tear into this thing and discharge it. I bet. Something tells me it's going to need, it's going to zap, probably, I'm thinking. So that should be fun to see here live. And we've got just those two views today. I did send out a tweet just now about the show. So if you're on Twitter, you can drop a like or a share there on there. Let everybody know we're live, but also, if you can, drop a like on the show. That'd be great. It helps out a lot. Welcome back to another episode in the bunker. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday weekend. I know I did. It's a nice chance to take a second to get away and remember things. And now we can get started on some new stuff, right? I have a lot of new cool things coming. I got some new hardware in the shop. Appreciate everybody for checking out the cool RGB mod video and article for Retro RGB. And just a reminder that CRT should be available to see in person. That's Sony KV against a 36-inch Trinitron. That should be available to see in person in the at the Retro World Expo in Connecticut later on towards the end of the summer in August. So that's another exciting thing. So let's get cracking though. You think it has a bleeder resistor, huh, Ronnie? We'll see. We'll see. If it does, then we won't see a zap or hear anything. If it doesn't, there will be a zap. So we will see what happens. And so yeah, here's something. I mean, I don't really talk about this too much, but I know that a couple of months ago, maybe around New Year's this year, I've been doing some chats on social media about kind of working out and stuff, and like getting myself in some better shape. So I've been continuing that. It's the first time. Let's see. July this year will be a full year of me just exercising in a row. And kind of since maybe February-ish, I changed up on my eating habits and diet a lot more. So I have actually, I got on the scale for the first time in like maybe since November, because I don't have a scale at my house. I don't own one, at least not a big one to weigh myself on. And I was actually under 200 pounds, 199, which is like, I don't think I've weighed that much, I said, since high school. So it's been awesome. And if anybody else is out there, just keep yourself motivated. Keep in there. It takes a long time, but now I just got to figure out this hairdo problem. Hey, James, welcome back. The figure on carrying CRTs is great exercise. Absolutely. Just got to keep your back safe. The number one CRT injury, back problems. All right, so here's, I'm sorry, we're going to get like some flashing on this stream. You can tell it's not going to be perfect. I tried to get the, I mean, you know, everything is timed up according to the numbers here, but it's not like it's, you know, everything in practicality is not always what it seems. So what we're going to do is we're going to eventually take this down. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to, let me see, I'm actually going to pause our music. Well, how about I just really turn it down? That would be even better. I just don't want it to be any kind of distraction. We'll leave it there. And if you can hear it, then you can. I think it's pretty low though. So, Toshiba, yes, a client sent in three of these. So this is good. This means that we can do a live stream working on one like this. And depending on how that goes, maybe it'll be full video done on this. And then we can work all those three together, show everything kind of in a trio. And then there's a 20-inch one that's different, but we're working on that next. So first, these three 14-inchers need to go. Now, these are the flat screens. And let me see if while you're looking at the set, I can find any kind of proper documentation here on this. It's the Toshiba AF14 AF44. So let me look that up. And we'll see kind of what's available handily here online. All right, here we go. Color TV. If you want to know what I'm looking at, I'll switch over here and you can take a gander at the documentation that I found. Oh, no. Oh, what am I going to do? Maybe we should do one of those scam alert. Gosh, these stupid websites. What do you click on here? Just kidding. So this is obviously not where you want to get that. There you go. Free manuals, baby. Gotta love it. All right. We got the Shady Manual Club hooking us up here with service manual. I'm definitely not downloading it. Okay, don't worry. But this is the AF44. Oh, how to order parts. Good thing we don't need to worry about that. Let's see. This is a full service manual. Okay. What do we need to know here? 14 inches flat screen, 90-degree deflection up here. NTSC color system. Nothing really out of the ordinary on that page. Let's continue on. And we will move on in. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. And we're just about to get started here working on this lovely set behind me. And just checking some documentation up here a little bit first. Weight, let's see. You're looking at just under 30 pounds, it says. 13 kilograms. 28.7 pounds, okay? Not too heavy. Oh, I love it. Look at this. Ooh. So we actually do have removal of anode cap directions here, okay? Read the noted items before you start working. Expand that a little bit if I can. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't want to click on that, actually. What do I want to click on here? Zoom. I want to use the browser settings. I definitely don't want to be clicking on Zoom there. On the website. Shady.com. Here we go. After turning the power off, there may be potential voltage that is very dangerous. Very dangerous. I told you, I don't know. You want to take that back, Ronnie? Still think there's going to be a resistor? When removing the anode cap, make sure to discharge the anode cap's potential voltage. Do not use pliers to loosen the anode cap terminal. This may cause the spring to be damaged. As always, we don't want to damage stuff, right? Follow the steps to discharge the anode cap. Connect one end of an alligator clip, blah, blah, blah. This is our discharge tool, right? We're going to connect one end to a ground on the CRT. This is something people always ask me, like, do you connect it to the ground in your actual house? And the answer is no. You just throw it on the ground loop you'll see on the inside of the CRT. So we'll set all that up. Flip. Oh, see, it's these. I like this. Flip the rubber up like that. After one side is removed, rubber cap could. I mean, okay. See, this is what we're supposed to. After we discharge it, right? We're gonna discharge it first in this picture. Then we flip up, and yeah, we just squeeze and push. Okay, good. The good thing is you always want to check this before you do it. And the reason is, if you go in there blind, you could damage something that might screw up the whole flyback, okay? I've seen little pieces of plastic in here that have to be released, or springs, and if you mess them up, you're screwed. You lose convergence and focus, and it's just a mess. So if you always get the availability of a manual, take advantage of it, okay? But nothing else here. Now we're outside of that. And I was talking about, oh, this is something. We're not delitting or demasking the IC. Help us, please. No, we're just doing maintenance, cap kit, cleaning. Goodness gracious, that's something. All right, let's see what else. We have some service modes, which we'll get into after we restore the set. And then this is, again, some of the things we can do with adjustments. There's our how to get up and down, or up and down, go through. These are what you can, it looks like, adjust with this set. As far as adjustments in the service manual for deflections, color stuff, linearity, etc. 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 There's our CRT PCB. There's our main PCB. Nice, cute little drawing there. Our flow diagram. Our actual drawing of the board, printed board. One side, top side, bottom side. Schematics. Now this is what you would use, right? Let's see here. Yeah. Now, I'm not planning on doing RGB on this. I don't believe to do that on most of these sets like this with already component video. Sound, blah, 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 blah. Okay. CRT block. Again, these are all diagrams. Waveforms for testing. Voltage patterns. And then this is interesting. This is what we need to look at too. Disassembly. This is going to be important, okay? Because we're getting those two PCBs out. So we want to make sure that we know what to take out. It looks like we're going to go from the back here. We're going to remove these 202 screws. 203 is going to get removed probably too. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws most likely on the back, I think. And I'm wondering what this dash means. And then I see screws down here at the bottom. So there's a possibility this is being held into either a frame that slides out, this being the main board. Maybe has some kind of frame that's being held into place, or possibly there's going to be some screws holding it, 207 screws holding it into place. And also that means that could be nothing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely encounter that. And Anything else in here of need? No. Look at that. Shows you how it was packed. What a wonderful package. Get your day started with a great package. The Toshiba. All right. Let's get back to reality here for a second. There we go. You can see it's been running here, so we're going to get this thing powered down. I mean, if you want to see it for a second, it looks pretty good. It's not... I actually really like it, if I'm being honest. It's sharper than I thought it would be. The geometry's not bad or anything. It's been running fine for hours. And... let's see. We'll take a look at some patterns here. Well, you can tell we've still got some wonkiness, obviously, on the sides. See that? Curves out like that. That's either a pin cushion adjustment, but that's also going to be worse because it's a flat screen. Purity's really nice. Sharpness is nice. Very nice on those things. But again, we got some linearity issues also. Probably going to be a little bit out of whack on geometry. Let's turn that down a little bit, but maybe that helps visualize our starting point here. But yeah, we may be able to help correct that. We'll just have to see. We'll do our best. We will definitely restore the hardware and then make some adjustments to see how clean we can make that image. And there's a possibility again that there's a velocity modulation mode on this television that if we disable it, maybe it'll make a difference. But that's the starting point. I still think it's a very nice television. Could I make it zoom in? I mean, it's probably not going to look that good. That's the only problem. Don't worry. That's just really a like a short look at it because I'm about to take it apart. But see, let's see. There's my hand. Okay. If we look at it a little closer there. And again, it's a flat screen, but we do have, you know, a corner here specifically that kind of bends down. And a little bit of a warp up in this area. You can see it right there, I hope. I know I'm not zoomed in, but if you just look at those lines along the edge on your screen. So, let's take it apart. Okay? First thing I'm going to do is turn this console off. And get some things out of the way. Turn the TV off, of course, and unplug it. See how it's unplugged? No, you don't. This TV doesn't even have a ground. So it's not even grounded, you know. If it was plugged in, we can leave that thing plugged in. That won't hurt anything. We will unplug the HD Retrovision cables. We shouldn't need this console for a while, so I'm probably going to get rid of it. Okay, so let's check out and get closer for sure. Check out this dangerous CRT. I mean, we can't say that the service manual didn't warn us, right? All right, here we go. Getting cozy. Let's do it. Let's see what happens here. You can tell this kind of equipment I'm working with, right? I have my stuff, you know, pretty much according to what they told me to do. Alligator clips attached to a screwdriver, all ready to go. I'm going to use the King Kong Ding Dong here of Phillips head screwdrivers to remove these screws. And then we'll expose it. We'll expose the outside. We'll expose it to elements here. Let me see if... I don't know. Of course, remember, folks, we're going live here. I am going to check out and see if there's anything I can do for the... Oh, I may be able to zoom in. Let me see. No. Okay. I was just wanting to check and see if I could use some software to zoom in, but not with this one. So, get these things out of here. Got a tray to put all these in. Now, some of these sets called them smokey because they smelt smoky. So I'm thinking they're probably dirty with some smoke on them, some smoke dust. This one is from November of 2004. Let's see. That's 2 screws. We got something down here. Okay, I see. So we do have, this is the 1 screw that I was talking about right here. And then there's the 2 corner screws down here. And then it looks like we need to remove all 4 of these tiny screws right here too, because those are all attached to the input board, and that looks like it's attached. We should remove those too. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. So I'm going to use all my focus here and well, the good thing about this small one is if it is a smoker, we can actually disassemble the whole thing pretty easily. And I mean, shoot. Might need a whole bath. A whole big bath. That's my recommendation whenever you get. If you really want to get rid of the smoke smell, you got to pretty much give the thing a bath. That's funny. Stefan said every CRT in Europe has RGB. and SCART, which is nice. Yeah, so I was a little interested. I actually, the last video did really well, right? I mean, I'm not going to say it was like a huge, crazy number, but it did quite well for the channel, which is awesome. The video I just published a couple days ago about the RGB mod. But I was really wondering like how that would do, because I definitely tried a different tactic when it came to the thumbnail where I didn't even have a CRT in the thumbnail. I wondered if that was even going to work or if it was going to fall flat. Hey, it actually worked. So thanks for watching that video, commenting, and checking it out. It was a lot of fun to actually make that video. That was a pretty big CRT. The Figuron is asking, what's the biggest CRT I've worked on? I believe the largest are those 40-inch ones that were like the most viewed video on my channel is the largest CRTs, the 40-something inch Mitsubishi. I believe they're 40 exactly inch CRTs. There was 2 of them for the museum. Museum down in Houston. I think I got all but one. Got one more. Thankfully, Toshiba didn't get any security screws in here, so it didn't complicate things. Oh my gosh, those 40-inch ones were actually on. They had their own carts, special made for them, just like this, like these monitor boxes. Like they had 2, and you didn't actually. Oh my gosh! So what you had to do is you had to actually have a pallet lifter to move them, and the CRTs had this whole pallet made under them that had a curtain, like a short curtain, and under the curtain was a full custom-made pallet that the CRT sat in, and it had a nice frame around the bottom. And then what you did is you'd come in with a hand truck. You didn't have to have a full forklift, but you could use any fork device, and you'd lift it up and you'd get it out of the bottom of this thing, and then you'd put this back together and you could set it on top of it, and then you could extend the curtain down the entire thing, and so it was a big like performance art piece. It was for a marketing company also, so it was donated to the museum because like what the heck, or no, they bought it at auction. Well, that was the thing, that since it had the custom case, it was okay. Now when you get into shipping stuff like that, you're already paying like, you know, it's not as bad. You start getting up bigger stuff, you're paying that much anyway. A couple $100, $300-400. Hey, Jonathan. Cool. Yeah, that's what we're working on, is a 14AF44. Exact same model. So anyway, yeah, if you want to check that out, you can just go to my channel and it'll show you the most popular video, most viewed will be that one about that. It is short and it's cool. So you can see that. It's actually in the museum. Was where I shot it. It was a few years ago. Goodness. How time flies. All right, I think everything's out of here. Did I get that last screw out? That's still suspended. But we should be able to just slide that whole piece right there off. I don't want you to miss anything. Get the power cable over here. It's just gonna slide right off right there. Okay. And this backboard. Now I see it's pulling my entire board out here. What's doing that? It just looks like my inputs are still a little caught on the plastic. I'm just trying to do this as safely as possible. All right, cool. I was hung up on the coax. Oh, they want that screw. I see it though. Hey, you know what? This one doesn't look like it was smoked in. Maybe it's just the other ones. That's good. I picked a good one to start, I guess. 'Cause that's pretty clean. Oh, look. We have a little marker here that says this is our picture tube number on the back. Interesting. Little touch. That's what the back side of the shell looks like. And we definitely needed to remove all those screws right in there. And I'm just checking out the other side here, and I'm going to show you the inside of this CRT in a minute. All right. And here's a look at, let's see if we can get a focus in on this label so you can actually see what we're working on today. A little bit more on it. November of 2004. Model M3, M8, I'm sorry, excuse me. Let's say that again. Chassis. M3, M827. Manufactured in Thailand. 14 AF44. Okay. Here we go. Now, I am going to take a second. And photograph this, because that's what I need to do for the actual work I'm doing. And we shall be able to move on from there. I want to make sure I photograph where everything's connected. Excellent. Okay. Yep. Mine's from November. There you go. You're going to see here, these are pretty basic boards. Once I pull this, it's actually not as complicated as I thought. So there's a lot of things on this thing we could go ahead and move and get out of the way. And disconnect ahead of time. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect a couple of these things. Get the power cable out of the way. And hit the like button, people. This is about to be the big zap. Okay? I'm about to go in here and live zap test this. Let's see what we've got to do. We've got some things connected to our neck board that are soldered into place. We won't be removing that, so we'll need to pull that at once. Got a couple things in here that are held into place with zip ties. I'm going to remove those. Okay. Got a zip tie there. And what else? This is our speaker connector right here. So I'm going to disconnect that. That just connects to the two speakers. These have Samsung. This is a Samsung. Here we go. Sorry. There we go. Samsung 2.5 watt shielded speakers, stereo audio on here. It's an Orion tube. Orion flat tube. And that's disconnected. All that's disconnected. Disconnect our deflection yoke down here. Let me see if we can get actually a little closer. How close can we get? Deflection yoke. Slide it around. The deflection yoke's right here. Disconnect that. No, we have not. Still not yet discharged it. Okay, you can do all this without discharging it. Got that disconnected. And the only things I'm worried about now, let's see. Disconnect this from the neck board. It's a ground. Fly back. All that stuff can stay. I'm going to go ahead and remove the neck board by just wiggling it back, because there's no caulk or anything holding it in place. There we go. That's out of the way. Now, I'm looking at all of this, and once I discharge it, yep, I should be able to just pull the whole board out. So, like, if you were afraid, I guess, to discharge this, you could still flip this board up and work with it, leave it there, but we're definitely not doing that. So now, pardon me, maybe I can make some room, and I can bring the good camera in here, and we'll see if I can get closer for this segment. Okay, because again, we're going to try to see how this sparks up when we discharge it. All right, now when it says connect to the ground, there's a ground strap right here on the tube. It's exposed ground wire right here. That's what it's saying to connect to. Okay, your alligator clip will connect there and runs around like that, and you go in like that. You know, you don't want to hold the cable, okay? And you don't want the cable to be touching or anything, but we're going to go in like that, and we're going to touch in here like this. I'm simulating it right now, okay? That's what we're going to do, but I want to get you closer in there if I can. So I'm going to take Mr. Camera here. Let's see. I'm sorry, I hope this doesn't go too crazy. Hi, I want to say I love everybody if this doesn't go well. And this is my final goodbye. Thank you all for joining me. And it's been a fun ride. Don't try this at home unless you really know what you're doing, or you just want to see how crazy things can get. Let's see. Oh my, look at this. Look at this, folks. Here we go. Oh, no! Oh, goodness. Sorry, hang on. Give me a second here. I'm still with you. I think I hit a wrong button on my camera. Of course I would do that while I was trying to move it around. Oh, there we go. I don't know what I've done, but I've somehow gotten it. I'm going to have to unplug the capture card. There we go. Okay, menu. What did I hit here? That's hilarious. Literally have no idea. I never touch anything on the camera. Okay, I somehow got it back, thankfully. I'm blaming the producer, okay? I blame the producer. He's always trying to increase the tension, like you said, James. Always trying to make trouble. Always trying to make my life a little bit more uncomfortable. Just for the sake of the ratings, okay? Just to have me remind you to please hit the like button. Now let's see if I switch back over here. If we can do it. We might do something they tell us not to. And I know, man, this is going to make some people upset. Sometimes you got to relax. Just live a little. Let's see. Plastic. Plastic is our friend. Maybe we can use some plastic. Move this. Move this and get a good view here. And the plastic shouldn't discharge this no matter what. I wonder if I can actually get that to do like it says in the picture. Oh, this plastic is weak. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, come on, get me back. This is extremely dangerous, I remember. Okay, don't try this. Oh, yeah. Give me some. Okay, stay. Of course not. Okay, there we go. You see it there? You see it. I know you do. Let's go. Ugh. Exposed. Okay. I'm going for it. Live here. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. My stupid finger was in the way, wasn't it? There was a spark. Dang. I don't know if you got to see it. Dang. My stupid finger. I think I got my finger in the way. Let me think. Where's that power cable? Oh, I can't redo it because then I have to click everything. I'd have to connect. Did anybody see the spark? We saw, okay, good. Because I was worried my finger got in the way. All right. Definitely. There you go. Oh, good. At least you saw it because like I've done that before and it's like, we didn't see it. And then I look over and I see my big fat finger. I see my big fat finger in the way. So, oh, I could have even gotten closer, everybody. I could have gotten closer. All right, well, good thing there's 3 of these, and we know they're all gonna spark. This might spark again, like, because it's not. There's no guarantee that it doesn't build up energy. Gosh, that's like, okay. So it says after that to do the twist cup removal thingy, which is just squeeze and get the prongs out of there like that. Okay, but then you want to discharge the stuff again. Okay, so let's see. Probably nothing here. Sometimes energy can stay in the flyback, so you got to try to do it here. Yeah, that's less likely though. What's more likely is that energy kind of recirculates a little bit within the tube, and sometimes you can get a little bit of a second spark. You can get a second spark occasionally up here. Let's see. Oh, did you see it? Oh my goodness. I saw it again. You had to have seen the second one too. Please. There we go. All right, I'm just checking because it looks like maybe that blew up OBS. No, I'm just kidding. I think OBS is fine. Well, there you go. I promised it. There was no baloney there. No clickbait today. There we go. We are safe to go now. Let me readjust things here. Thank you everybody for letting me know how things are working there live in the room. Gonna get things this is a one-man wrecking crew here today. There we go. That's fine. Woo! Tell you what, the coffee doesn't wake you up. That sure will, right? There we go. We're still here, folks. Thank you. All right, excellent. Now that that's all done, yep, you got it. See, sometimes you got to just look, Ronnie, when the service manual says it's dangerous, that's the only time you're actually like, well, yeah, it probably doesn't have. It probably doesn't. That might confirm that it actually doesn't have it. Now, I also did work on that one. What was it, a 45? That sparked really bad. So, yeah. That's what made me think this would be the same way. But now I can just slip this whole kit and caboodle right out. And we can take a closer look on it. Start working on it. So that was fun, huh? And make sure I don't hit any important buttons here on that, because that's kind of crucial. Let's see. Anything else worth noting in here? You know, this is not top of the line deflection yoke, or, I mean, it's pretty much decent, middle of the road. Let me pull this a little closer. I'll get it on my knee, you know, like Santa Claus. Come on in here. Come on in here, little CRT. What do you want for Christmas? A fresh set of capacitors? Don't worry. We're going to get you a nice cleaning. We got you in the right place at the right time. We're going to get you a nice cleaning, and we're going to get you some fresh capacitors, and then we're going to get you all ship sharp, made up correctly. Get you ready for another 20 years of life here, okay? Again, here's a look at these. We've got Samsung. So again, the set's made by Toshiba, but pretty much as usual outsourced, right? We got a tube by Orion. Okay. We got speakers here by Samsung. And let's see if I can find any label on the deflection yoke here. This is all pretty standard from the early 2000 era. And I am seeing a deflection yoke number of XUX15022, which is a, what does that say? A Tonai? All right, it's not, so here's the thing, there's not any kind of, there's a couple of coils up here, but there's not really anything you can adjust on this section of the yoke, okay? Okay, don't even go near this section of the yoke at all, really, while it's turned on. Now, this would be problematic. Let me show you something. I want to show you this because this could become dangerous if you did ever look at this. This is quite dangerous, if I'm giving you my honest opinion here, with this yoke design. And I may actually go in here and do something about it because it's not going to take a whole lot. Okay? So, if we look here at this deflection yoke, sorry, we're going to have terminals up top where each line that gets in, it's, you know, it has its conductor bring in electricity. Each of these is a point. Now you can tell on this side where it's next to your yoke rings, which you may need to adjust, right? For something like convergence or purity, you would have to use these yoke rings right here, okay? So on that side, you have heat shrink tubing over all the points. But if you look back here, there is no heat shrink tubing. Okay? What that means is if your screen was tilted or you're trying to do a complete, let's say, yoke, if you're working on this yoke and you're like, I need to reseat the yoke, you have to you have to do that while the CRT is turned on. So you would put your hand up here, and all it would take is for you to not be paying attention, your finger, anything to come up here and hit one of these, and you'd zap yourself probably. Okay? Any one of those. It's right up next to it, right? How would you avoid that? Ugh, I hate that design. I hate that design. So we definitely should make this a little safer. Hey, so what we can do is after this set's done, Maybe we can test and see what kind of voltage we're actually getting off these, you know, right? With a multimeter, we should be able to just test the voltage to ground, right? That won't destroy it or anything. And see how much is coming off each one of those points, and if we get zapped. Or even just the voltage detector will probably tell us. I don't know. Anyway, that's a look at that. That's my rant about that. If we look inside, there's not really much to see. Just plastic. Okay. Does need to be cleaned. But move that from the area right now. And now we can look closer at the circuit board, okay? Let's see what we've got here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to roll your camera so you are going to see the same vision I see now. When I look down here at it, will help a little bit. What we need to do here is take a quick look to inspect this board, okay? Let's take a minute. And we're going to see, first off, a very simple neck board. This will get a complete solder reflow and cleaning, but look at that. We don't even have a capacitor on this neck board. We have a blanked out spot for one, where another model has it there. I don't know whether that would be a filter capacitor that might actually increase the performance, or if they just decided to go cheaper on this specific model. And then that's interesting, right? So, or maybe it wasn't even worth it. Oh yeah, these caps don't look great. I think there's a little curvature going on there. These are horizontal deflection caps. This one right here looks a little iffy to me right there. And that's a horizontal deflection cap. That one looks like it's expanding. The expanding cap. What else have we got here? We've got, so this is our horizontal. It's our horizontal block, it says right here. Following along with me at home. Horizontal out. What else have we got? We got vertical out. We're going to redo the power block. Definitely. That's all this is power supply stuff. Gonna do all that. Gonna inspect these guys. I might do these bigger capacitors that are on the color processing board. But look at this. I don't even see a chip. It's gonna be, yeah. Like the chips are on this side of the board. Gosh, yeah, this is why. Oh, look. Yeah, these are not the kind of boards I'd do. Like, again, I'd just prefer, and that's what I'm going to do, is just keep this set in its state of supporting component video, as opposed to trying to modify and tap in anything. I mean, it's already got S video. It's probably somewhere in this area if it was possible. Danger, main voltage. So we'll do that. We'll do the whole restoration on this thing. Got tuner. Stuff over here for our tuner. Pretty basic. Comb filter. Chroma. This is our audio. Circuit. So, should be a piece of cake here. Let's remove some caps. Let's get some caps out of here. Hey, get a piece of paper so I can write all this down. Well, paper. Okay, I'm back. Found some paper. Let's do it. Recycle. We gotta reduce, reuse, recycle. So we're gonna get in here. We're gonna use the back side of some sheets of paper. Go with the main board. Toshiba 14 AF 44. Okay. It's definitely, like I say, it definitely is a cost saver, doesn't it? Definitely appears to be. Appears to me to be that end of the life cycle, trying to make it as cheap as possible, kind of feature filled yet as cheap as possible, right? Well, let's see what we have here. I'm just going to inspect things because I always like to make sure I know what, like, the capacitors look like as far as the board, if it's actually showing me where they're, how do you say this? If I can see the polarity on the board, and it is clearly marked, what's the negative end, right? You can see it right there. So I just want to make sure that that's correct and do some glancing. Where am I going to start? I'm probably going to start with 430, then I'm going to take all these out. What's this next one right here? 410, 49, C409, C410, C430. And then this one's confusing to me. It's got a lot of C's next to it. So we're gonna see what it says on the other side for this one. This one's 426. Definitely taking that one. And then we'll do the mystery cap once we flip the board. Make sure our tools are ready. Desoldering tool is ready to go. Let's get it out of there. Let's get some of these out of here and see what they are. Let me see if I move it a little bit out of the way and get you a nice big fat look at that. Ooh, well, we're gonna hold this. We're gonna hold it today. There we go. Okay. Let's get in here and pull this. What is this one? Is this our mystery capacitor right here? Should we just pull it first? Not this one? Now this does not look like it's the real bad solder, so Somebody was telling me they thought it wasn't, which is good. It's our capacitor right here. What does it say? It doesn't even say on the back side, so we're going to need to flip it around and make a determination here. I guess in C413, there's like double marks. We're going to just say C413. $35 volt 1000. $35 volt 1000. Get it out of there. All right. Desoldering's at its lowest setting, which it says is 660F and 350C. Okay. So, question is, how low can it go? That's as low as I can get it to go. That's the setting. Right. It's looking good. Let's see what we got here. Whoa! See, this is the obnoxious thing about these flyback cables, is they just get in the way so much. They take over your experience by just grabbing hold. Got 100 volts, 22 UF here. Which one's that one? Okay. Yep, 409 and 410, and then there's 3 more over here in this section. Four oh nine's up in this area. All right. Let's see what this one is. 50 volt 10. Get this small one right here next. Now, despite being cheaply made, at least a lot of these capacitors in this area are 105 degree rated, and they're from Rubicon, everything so far. That one's not coming out. Means we got some solder stuck in there or something. Or I'm wiggling the wrong part. Of course, I just removed the wrong part. I needed to remove this part, not this one. Well, isn't that a boo-boo? Isn't that a mistake? That's all right. I think I can fix it. I'm just kidding. Of course I can fix it. All right, let's get this other one out of the way. How embarrassing. 250 volt, 2.2. Again, a Rubicon. $410. Not seeing anything that or any caps that I don't. There's all stuff I have in stock here. All right, so while I get that ready, let's go ahead and resolder this piece back in so I don't forget about that. This other capacitor, we don't need it out. That's what it is. Waiting to inhale. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Now we need to remove this one. That one was kind of stinky. Kind of stinky. Number 426 will be, I think, almost maybe our final horizontal deflection capacitor. See up here. Oh, yeah, baby. Just got to get in those little holes and get that solder heated up to a slightly molten temperature. Then hit go on that vacuum. All right. Wonderful. A happy little circuit board. Get that dirty capacitor out of me, please. Okay, don't worry. This is another Rubicon. 250, 22, folks. These are good ones. 250, 22. Five capacitors out. And let's try to knock something off. There we go. We'll turn that back off. How we doing out there in the chat? I know I've been neglecting you. I'm sorry, but we're just trying to continue working. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and hit the like button. That way people will know we're working on this JVC. I got people in the chat messing with my head. We're working on Toshiba. An AF 44. We're in the main PCB right now. We're making the custom capacitor kit. I'm going to come over here and remove these four next. So we've got what looks to be 406. We got 403, 406, 407, and 408. Okay. It's another block. See, 403, 406, 407, and 408. Let's remove those and see what we get. Stripped out a lot of stuff on this one, Chris. So those are the ones we're removing, these four. And then I think that's going to be it for the horizontal output. These are vertical output. We'll get those out and power stuff too up there. Or maybe, yeah. Maybe power. Yeah, maybe we're getting vertical out right here actually. Maybe that's what we're doing. We're doing vertical out right now. Yeah. So that'll be it for vertical. Only 4 capacitors in there, not a lot. So that's what, if you're wondering, like, oh, what's the difference in hardware? Well, you add more capacitors to and other components to make us cleaner signal. Okay, that's all it's about. Cleaner signal. Being able to tighten up adjustments is just making a tighter tolerance for those things by increasing the number of parts. Citra. I'm rambling. I know it. I'm sorry. My wife tells me that all the time. You're just rambling. Who's listening to you anyway, old man? Who's listening to you? All right, let's see what we've got out of here first. We've got 408. 25 volt 100. Nope, 1000. That's why you got to double check too. Rubicons. More Rubicons. Or 07 is this one. Oh yeah, got a little bit of an explosion there. A little bit of an explosionism. Solder. This is 35 volt 100. Rubicon. 407, right? Yeah, and when I clean the board after this, that'll clean out that hole again. There's nothing. That's some floating debris, it looks like, maybe. In there. We'll have to clean the gun and see what's in it. 407. That's it. There we go. Sometimes you just got to get everything out of the tube here. I hadn't removed enough for this to really need servicing yet. There we go. Okay. There you go. Moving on. It looks like it solidified a little bit down in there. Let's see. Ooh, there's like a trace. The trace running right in between those. How gnarly is that? You mess up that, man. Ooh, you could burn that trace up right there and not even know it. Right in between those 2 points on that capacitor. That's why you got to get the pro in here. Well, you got to get yourself the pro to work on your stuff. You don't want somebody to go burning that up, and then when they don't know what they did, they're like, I don't know how do I fix this? I don't understand. My name's Billy Bob's TV shop, and I only work on flat screens now. All right, Billy Bob, just relax. Okay. stinky one. This is a stinky one indeed. C406. 50-volt one. One more under here. C403. Let's see what this one. 50 volt. I think it's 22. Oh, it's 85-degree though. Finally going down in quality a little bit. Still Rubicon. Just make sure that's not a 2.2. 22. Autofocus, engage. Anytime now. There you go, 50-22. There we go. I think that is the AF, Chris, the AF43. It's the curved screen, right? I think that's the one I have. I can't remember. It's so big that I don't turn it around very often. Is that right? That's still the curved screen, or is that not even a 4 series? Are all the 4s flat? Oh, okay, F. That's right. So I think it's just an A. That must be it. Must just have no F. Okay. Thanks, AP616. Okay, cool. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. So that's the ding. It's like an A43. Ah, thanks. Yeah. All right, cool. Double confirmation. That's mean we have it right then. Interesting. There's a B plus a voltage adjustment potentiometer right there. All right. Now, looks like we might be stepping up into the power capacitors. I don't know if there's any more. These all look like they're power capacitors now. In the next section. Sorry about that anode cap. So, this is the section we'll move to next. Right in here. Which is power. We'll get those out of here. Man, some of these are just like make a huge spot for them. C550 right here. Let's get this one out. That's a lot of solder on that one. flooded. C550. Tiny little 16-volt 100 with all that space. I think I'll get that a little bit bigger next time. 16-volt 100. We buy volt 1000 Rubicon. 85 degrees though. We're getting down in the quality. We're getting into this stuff. Let's see what that number says. 501. Do that one now. Okay, on down. Another 85 degree. 16 volts. 2200. I'm gonna say 527. C527. These definitely should be changed out. Get the small 539 and 504. Get these two smaller ones right here out of the way. We'll get that big one going right after. Small one right here. And right here. One out. This one doesn't have lead free, no. That's actually a later model. Those are way worse. Unfortunately. Those are really nasty. 539 is a 50 volt 10. OC504. 50 volt 2.2. Big. Let's see what it is. This one's gotta be toasted. It smells terrible. It's like it's in a huge spot. And oh, I see what I got. I got some epoxy holding it on the other side. Oof, stinky. 85 degree. 160 volt, 100. Five, 2, 1, right there. We got 509. Right here. This big filter capacitor, which is 534. We'll see how big that is. We're gonna have to use a different method to remove that one. That's it. Oh, there's a tiny one right there, but that. Let's see what even that is. No, we're gonna change that. Actually, we'll change that with these because it's not a power. It's a controller capacitor. So we really only got 2 more that have to do directly with power. And that's it. Let's see. 509 is a 25 volt 47 UF or microfarad. Whatever you want to say. This is a 200 volt 330. Filter cap. May be able to go without. I don't know. We'll see. I doubt it. You can remove a lot of the solder, but probably have to use a different method to get this out. That's a snap-in capacitor. So you kind of have to float those out with your iron and some solder wick, usually. see what you can see. You get in there. See what I see. Around. Let's see this one. Here's what I'm working with, right? Baby. If, you know, you gotta get it like fluid and wiggle a little bit. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Baby. Setting the world on fire. Setting the world on fire. Soda. Gosh, these things. I'll tell you. The other one's not broken free all the way yet, has it? If it was, it would just fall out. Try it a little bit more. This one's being stubborn. Let's see. Just really need to get one of these legs loosened. Really. And then I can get the other one flowed. Cool. Maybe that'll be good enough. Maybe. Let's see what we can get going up top. Can we get that one to break free? Oh, there we go. Look at that. There we go. Got it. Friends, it's probably right time too, because it looks pretty nasty underneath it. Look at the oozes. Look at this oozes. Yeah, I use Kim. Let's see, what's this? I do. If you want to look at this, this is what I'm used. This is what I just used. Come on, baby, come back to me. Chemtronics, size number 4, 8045, 5 feet, rosin SD solder wick. 80-4-5. This stuff has flux in it. It's perfect. It's wonderful. You heat it up and it's basically a solder magnet. Okay. Now, if we look at this nasty capacitor, look at that. Just to prove to you I'm not being dramatic, and get some. Here we go. Let's look at this. Check it. Look at that. Straight up electrolytic fluid that's starting to dry up and leak out the bottom of this capacitor. That is not like flux. I don't. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, the mouse pads. I don't know. You know, I'm sorry. I'm not the greatest guy when it comes to merch. I need to talk to... Oh, that's awful. So yeah, this is definitely a cap that needed to be changed, right? That's like a good smelling salt. Holy turd monkey. Let's see. 534. Got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have removal. I didn't check. I didn't know there was an hours checker on this AP616, actually. So I didn't look. But if I see that on the next set, I will check. Or if I know how to do that. That'll wake you up. Goodness gracious. All right. It's definitely our power and our deflection. So what do we want to look at now? We want to get some other random capacitors out here that are pretty suspicious looking. I'm not liking this so much because it is, again, gosh, 6.3 volts, but it's 2200 microfarads, which is a high number. So now we're going to go and start replacing other capacitors on this board. Let's get this one out. C110. It would. I think replacing them all would be a waste. Especially ones that are like 50 volt, 1 microfarad. Those should last like 15,000 hours. Especially if they're not near a hot source. But the higher the tolerance, or the higher, you know, the amount of energy being stored in the capacitor, the more wear and tear it will have on it. Right, that one looks good to go. This area, I'm not worried about the audio stuff. This one is going in the chroma block. Let's see, that's C629. Let's get that. You're right up in that chroma zone. Oh, that was stupid. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. Chroma zone. The chroma zone up in here. 16 volt 1000 UF 85 degrees. Yes, we're gonna get 1000 or 105 degrees in here. Okay, let's get over in the tuner area now. Some big ones over here I want to get rid of. 1003, 4, and 9 for sure. Might just do all 5 of these in here. But that's, again, that's the sound. I'm really torn whether even to mess with these because it's sound stuff. Probably not. Let's go. How about let's switch it up? We'll go for sure AV cap here. C705. Where are you hiding? Right here, aren't you? There we go. Yeah, this is a good one to go. 16 volt 220. That's C705 right there. Now I'm trying to see, folks, if there's anything else that I really desire to change on this one. This is audio stuff, the comb filter, all that's in low. Audio stuff. None of these look impacted by heat at all. Okay. So I think that's all we're going to do. Let me see how many. That's not a huge cap kit at all. Let's see. Right at 20. 20 capacitors. And I think that encompasses all the parts we're going to need to change out. Or obviously change that we have removed. The rest will be servicing in the form of replacement, cleaning, and solder reflow. So while we're hanging out for a little while longer, we can go ahead and reflow some solder. And keep rolling on. If you haven't for me, folks, please do me a favor. Hit the like button. If you haven't already. It does help. It does help the show. Had a good time getting to know this chassis. It's always fun working on CRTs like this. Let's get in here. Apply. Fresh amount of solder on our flyback. Oh yeah. I like that. rolling. Woo! It's bubbling. Bubbling up. Looking good. Some of these parts down here look a bit dodgy. We're going to just give them a touch up. Oh, lovely. Yeah, there we go. Get that out of there. Interesting. All right, that's that. Parts. Move on a little bit over here. Maybe we can hit up some of these transformers. There's your smoky vision. Right? There you go. Just like the thumbnail said. This is a good spot to get. Here we go. And what happens is over time, some of these spots, the solder will break down. So I try to go in and hit up points that are known for that on pretty much all devices, just to try to prevent that from happening anytime soon. Of course, there's some things that you definitely don't need to worry about. All right, good. Let's seeing too many more points on this board that look like solder reflow is going to be a huge priority on it. There's a couple cleanup spots down here. Just trying to see if I miss any relevant transformers or inductors that maybe need a little life added back to them. Now look at this little guy right here doesn't look very good. That's better. Get this one too. There we go. Much better. Excellent. Lovely, 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 lovely. Okay. Excellent. Now, let's look at this one. Man, this has been pretty epic. I didn't think we were going to get to see a roasted capacitor that was extra difficult to remove with, right? We had to bust out the old-fashioned method of removal there. With the solder wick. Now I'm going to get in here and I'm going to reflow solder on this neck board. Just don't know that all the parts... I'm going to get these resistors, okay? That'll be fine. So for sure... The light. Blinded by the light. Oh. Wrapped up like a douche and then a running in the night. Oh yeah. There we go. Okay, what else are we gonna get? We're gonna get the socket. Get these transistors down here too, for sure. It's one for each color there. And then let's get the socket. Not where that's double ground, so as long as I don't do it at the same time, it'll be fine. There's one. We'll let it cool. All right. Let's see. This spot here. There's nothing even in that spot. Sometimes you get something that's not even a part there. Okay. Might get this one. This one. Everything else looking pretty good. Okay. There you go. It's pretty much all the servicing work we need to do on this neck board. Besides clean it now. And make the cap kit installed on this thing. Clean that up. Let's see here. So that's what we're going to need to do from this point on is going to have to make the cap kit, put that together, install that. Let's see how that goes. Move all that out of the way. Tell me to get some stuff cleared up. Then, see if so far there are any questions. Just don't want to trip over something, break something. And honestly, sounds like some thunderstorms are about to come my way. If that's the case, I should make sure everything's safe around here. So, let's move on now. What's going on with everybody? What do they think? Any questions for today? We've gone for about 2 hours, it looks like, right on the money. And I've been really enjoying working on this with everybody and kind of walking through my process on this restoration and the way it's working. Definitely have some weather coming my way. So I think this is a good solid point to take a break from. Again, we're going to replace all 20 of these capacitors. And I don't know whether that... I will definitely have the video where I can talk more about that with the others. If I have time, I'll come back and install those on a stream. But I had a lot of fun showing that awesome couple techniques as well as the discharge. That was pretty cool to see twice there. We had another discharge, so it was all fun. Thanks again, everybody. I really appreciate you hanging out today. If you want to join the community more or see what else is going on, you can do certain things for free. You can go follow me on Twitter, and I post there quite a bunch. And then if you also want to get more, you can go and join the community we have at Patreon, and links to that are in the description to this video. And you can connect with more people there, or you can even get advice, tips, direct access to me through DMs, and schedule service work for your CRT if you so do desire. So anyway, thank you again, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day.